Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I want to introduce our team. The first author is Mr. Heru Irianto. He is the leader of our team. And then Mr. Mujio, uh, Mrs. Aulia Konita, Mrs. Erlina Wida, and then myself, Hardia Ningsi. Today I will present our result of research about a comparative study of Jarak Towo cassava farming in the mountains area of Karanganyar Gensi in supporting the availability of raw material food processing industry. Firstly, I also introduce about Jarak Towo. Jarak Towo cassava as a subject of our research. This is a local variety of cassava from Karanganyar Gensi. It has a good taste, texture, has more glucose with a more competitive price. So it has potential to be a raw material of food processing industry, like for cassava chips, getuk, cassava donuts, and etc. This high demand is not followed by its availability. Not all area in Karanganyar Gensi are suitable for cultivating Jarak Towo cassava with high quality yields. The consumption of food processed from cassava tends to increase, and this is indicated by increasing cassava import from years to years. This condition is reserved with the tendency of decreasing the production and harvest area at national level. The variety of processed food from cassava is very promising for the development of culinary business. The development of cassava processing, agro-industry, restaurant, hotel, as well as the development of tourist area in Karanganyar Regency have increased the demand for Jarak Towo cassava. And the purpose of this study aim at conducting a comparative study of the cropping patterns of Jarak Towo cassava to investigate more thoroughly the farmer income or profit. The basic method applied in this study is analytic descriptive. Sorry. The research data were obtained using a cross-sectional technique with the survey, interview, and observation method. The study was conducted in Karanganyar Regency because Jarak Towo cassava is only found in this regency. Our sample from 20 respondent or farmer cultivating Jarak Towo cassava with monoculture and intercropping system in each subdistrict. 3 villages in Tawangmangu, Tengklik, Sepanjang, and Plumbon. 2 villages Jatiyoso, Wonorejo, and Beruk. And the last Ngargoyoso, two villages in Ngargoyoso, Kemuning, and Ngargoyoso. Okay, in this slide show description of Jarak Towo plant and location map. Description of Jarak Towo cassava plant. Our team found Jarak Towo hike until 7 meters. And then the second picture, location map. Our team found farmer or Jarak Towo cassava plants. Result and discussion. This slide show the characteristic of respondents include land tenures, genders, age, status in household, education, number of family member active in Jarak Tawa cassava farming, and experience. Young farmers are more responsive in responding to dynamic business change. Education level will contribute to farmers' ability in understanding information on agriculture, as well as to adopt innovation and technique in agriculture. Result and discussion, the characteristic of Jarak Tawa cassava farming. Cultivation of Jarak Tawa cassava is carried out by monoculture and intercropping in the three sub-districts. The monoculture cropping pattern is Jarak Tawa cassava cultivation is applied on land with a great inclination of the slope, the availability of rainwater and years as the planting area. Meanwhile, the intercropping pattern is a cultivation system in which cassava is planted together with other crops. Analysis of Jarak Tawa cassava farming. The analysis of farming is based on the assumption that all explicit and implicit costs can be separated in the cropping pattern. The cost incurred by the farmer of cassava farming in Jatiyoso and Tawangmangu were 40% and 33% of the total expensive and implicit cost. The total cost in the sum of explicit and implicit cost in this case was in Jarak Tawa cassava farming. Our team found no farmer grow Jarak Tawa cassava in Tawangmangu with a monoculture system. This district is one of the vegetable production centers in Karanganyar Regency. Analysis of Jarak Tawa cassava farming. Farmer is in Ngargoyoso incurred the greatest explicit cost in intercropping and monoculture system than farming in the other sub-district. Farmer in Ngargoyoso spend the highest implicit cost for both intercropping and monoculture farming than the other sub-district. Farmer in Ngargoyoso spend the highest cost in growing Jarak Tawa cassava both with intercropping and monoculture system because land use this area has the greatest opportunity cost than the other district. Analysis of Jarak Tawa cassava farming. The total income is the revenue from cassava sold by farmer per kilograms or from tebasan system. Tebasan system, farmer or buyer cannot count the exact yield of cassava they obtain, only prediction from its cassava plants. Jarak Tawa cassava farming either with intercropping or monoculture is the efficient as shown with efficiency level of more than 1. This suggests that Jarak Tawa cassava is feasible to cultivate and develop. Okay, conclusion for our team. Jarak Tawa cassava farming either with intercropping or monoculture provide income, profit and efficiency for farmer. Monoculture cultivation bring about higher income benefit and efficiency than intercropping. Land productivity can be improved by applying better farming management, namely increasing the use of organic fertilizer or maneuvers, adopting Jarak Tawa cassava cultivation technology and increasing water availability. This production with growth can multiply availability of cassava is fulfilling the needs of the downstream industry. Oke, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.